All right. BAS and FRO Fantasy Baseball Podcast. Today, team reveal.
Fro in the house.
Today, it's not about you, my friend. Fro's value picks, Fro's hidden gems.
What's going on?
It ain't about you today. It's about the BAS team reveal. The one we care about. I think we can all just stipulate that.
All right, so for the listeners out there, this is what we're doing today. So we actually had our actual draft in our league kind of early, but we had it yesterday.
Yeah.
And we're going to do BAS's team reveal. It's going to tell us who we picked. And this is like in a legit league, no mock draft. This is the players who he's going to battle with come the start of the season.
Yep. So, we said it, draft yesterday, Sunday. We had some problems, didn't we? Had some last minute.
We had a few league commissioner issues, have trouble.
We had to create a new league. New league last minute.
Wiped out all the BASs and FROs. Let's talk about FRO's records. Anyway.
Well, hey,
let's get to
what we actually care about here. The only one of the two team reveals anybody is actually going to care about.
Yeah. Okay, so before we get into the team reveal, why don't you tell the good listeners what you were trying to achieve, like what your thoughts were leading into the draft.
Well, I notice you keep cutting me off. I think people only care about my team reveal. I'm just going to get that out there now. I just need to solidify that ground. So, I had the third overall pick. Playoffs were not too kind to me last year because we do it reverse order of playoffs last season.
It's like NFL draft style.
Yeah, it's NFL draft style.
Which means you sucked, basically.
Yeah, basically it means I was pretty terrible last season.
I'm helping define things for listeners out there. That's a service that FRO brings to you, the fans.
Yeah, it's the service that FRO brings that I wish he did not. Alright, so my strategy, mi strategia. I was thinking a bit of Spanish in there for you guys. So, my strategy was kind of a hitting based. You can't really draft pitchers that early. It's too early for Kershaw, Scherzer, stuff like that. And also, I knew there was going to be a lot of pitching drafted this year. So, my strategy was a hitting based strategy. Really build up that 5 categories of hitting. And then I drafted some young upside pitchers to try and build out a team. And basically, I'm hoping my young pitchers work, and if they don't, I'm going to stream. I'm just going to pick up pitchers off free agency and win Ks and wins.
Okay, so just so I understand, for listeners out there, you're going to win, basically dominate the hitting categories.
Yep.
So you're drafting a heavy hitter base sort of lineup, and with the view of, by end of the draft, making sure you're winning or very competitive in all the hitting categories.
That's correct.
And you got some speculative picks in the pitching categories.
Yeah, I think we'll see when we come to rounds such as round 10 to 17, about that area. You'll start to see my speculative, nabs of pitchers. I think I got some good sleepers in this draft. So I think we got to get going. One last thing. It's the listeners' least favorite thing. Fro, being let loose.
That's right. So what we're going to do, I want you to talk me through your lineup. So we're going to go, I'm going to go, not necessarily in draft order.
Yeah, all right.
Let's just go from position order. All right, catcher, who you got?
All right, so catcher. This one of my favorites. Probably one of my favorite players that, just based on value. Wilson Contreras, Cubs catcher, so good.
Yeah, I think from memory, he took around a 6th or 7th round draft pick. Good value. I like him a lot. I think he was very sought after. I think he's basically the 3rd pick after, Posey and Sanchez. I like him a lot. Good pick.
Yeah, in value picks, we talked about it.
Yeah.
It's Contreras over Sanchez because of the value. All right.
Who you got first bag?
First baseman, it's Freddie Freeman.
Double
F.
Yeah,
Atlanta Braves, they've improved this year. I think he's a good pick. I almost was able to nab JD Martinez.
Was he a 2nd round pick for you?
Yeah, he was my 2nd round pick. Almost was able to nab JD Martinez.
Yeah.
One team before me, he went because of an auto drafter.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, couldn't make it because of some draft problems in our league.
And then,
but still competitive.
And you got third base eligibility too, which is really nice.
Exactly.
All right, who's got middle infield? You got.
All right,
Ooh, I like it. I can see it now. I like it. Second base.
Starting off, second baseman. A player I think you've tried to have so many times over the years.
Usually on my team, but not this year.
D. Gordon. That's where I start to solidify stolen bases right there, people.
Yeah.
That's solidifying right there.
And a good pad to your batting average and runs, too.
Yeah,
good
exactly.
3-category player. I like
good
it.
3 category. And he's so good in those 3 categories. It's almost pretty much worth it for where I drafted him, I think.
All right. Other midfielder?
Other middle infielder. All right. Elvis Andrus. Again, batting average, stolen bases. I need that solidification.
Yeah, one of these guys that no one really fancies because he's just kind of under the radar, but he's just a solid player.
No one gets excited about Elvis Andrus. He's like Jay Bruce. No one gets excited about Jay Bruce, but strategy player, you gotta abide by the strategy.
All right.
Strategy over excitement.
Nice. I like the team so far. Who's got the hot corner for you?
Hot corner. My best player, undoubtedly, Nolan Arenado.
First round draft pick, clearly. Yeah, I like Arenado a lot.
He's
what's not to like?
He's so clear cut, so consistent, great ballpark, great team. Done.
Great player. Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So let's. Who are your 3 outfielders?
All right, my 3 outfielders. So I have got Christian Yelich is number 1 for me. I don't know. I think poor man's Trout. We said it before. Poor man's Trout.
I like him. I like him a lot. I think actually, you might see some upside this year, and he's with a better team. He's in a better ballpark. I think this could be a real good year for Yelich. Good pick.
Yeah. All right, and then behind him, another upside player. First of 2 twins in the outfield, Byron Buxton. You love this guy.
I do.
You love this guy.
I do.
I think he's good. I think he will be really good. I think you can see a ton of upside there.
And you guys get some really solid stolen base guy with additions to all the other categories. I like it.
Yeah. And then the second of 2 twins, this guy's a bit. There's a lot of competition for that outfield spot. You'll see in a minute based on my bench. But Eddie Rosario of the Twins, he's someone who you don't find this very often. He's very good in the home runs and batting average category, which is why I drafted him, because I needed some home run help without killing my batting average.
Yeah, he's a true 4-category player. Look at him. It's a nice pick. And you got him maybe in the 9th round or so?
Oh, it was pretty later on. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I got him. I'll check that up in a second here.
I think it was 9th round.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it was a lot later than that, actually.
Okay.
Let me just find it for you here. I got him in the 16th round.
Wow.
So you're a bit off.
Yeah,
I think that's good value.
That's a really good value, 16th round.
Yeah.
Hey, note to fantasy listeners out there, you get Eddie Rosario 16th round, grab him.
Yes.
All right.
So then
to utils. Gosh, these aren't bad util players looking at here.
So again, the double Oreo combo. The double Oreo? No, it's the double Oreo.
Double stuffed Oreos, huh?
Yes, double stuffed Oreos.
All right, go. Boom, boom.
All right, so number 1, the big boom, Manny Machado.
Manny Machado.
He's in a contract here. He's going to be so
Wait,
good.
where is he? A 3rd round pick?
He was my 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
I find that ridiculously hard.
Yeah, I think he was a top 8 pick last year for most leagues. He was definitely a solid 1st round pick.
Well, I've had the year where I won 2 years ago. I drafted him in the 1st round.
You won once?
I did, yeah.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't pretend. But the year I did win, drafted him in the drafted him in the 1st round.
And then shoot of Earl. Sorry, I just gotta say that.
All right, it's Jonathan Shoop. He's a player I love. Have him every year. Dude, the word is out, but he's a 4-category player. And he contends in stolen bases. He's not great.
I read this article, just a little sidebar about Shoop. I read an article about him a couple of days ago saying they think he's no longer he's a bust pick. And it's when you actually get to the end of the article, basically the guy's saying the word's out. So he gets drafted higher than he normally does. But he's not a bust pick at all. The guy's rock solid.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's go to your bench.
Let's get to the bench. All right, first, someone who I drafted 17th round after Rosario. I know you were targeting this guy, Manuel Margot. I don't know how you feel about me picking him up, but I think that's a solid pick. He's someone who's going to contend in my outfield to get that starting role.
Right.
So how do you feel about that?
I like him a lot. Actually, I think I wanted to draft him. So I think I had him queued when you drafted him, so I wasn't happy about that one.
Yeah, I needed an outfielder, and he fit the criteria.
Yeah.
All right, then we've got versatile man,
Yeah, Mr. Gonzalez.
Marwin.
First name Marwin. Yeah, nothing wrong with Marwin Gonzalez.
The crazy thing about him might be how he managed to play 20 games in each position every year. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I love this guy because I've never had him before. I've always wanted him because he, as an owner, he just gives you so much. He can play anywhere. 3-category player. Again, home runs, RBIs, and batting average. You don't see that too often.
No.
And he's on a good team too.
Oh, and I'm looking here for your next pick. I think it's one of Fro's value picks.
Yes. Watch it if you haven't already.
2 value picks coming in a row here.
2 value in a row. I pretty much got both of them off your videos, so thanks, man. If they do well for me, you're the man. All right, so first, Jason Kipnis. Dude, he was probably my biggest. I needed him on my team. He was the one of the 3, Brantley, Kipnis, and Gonzalez.
Yeah.
He was the one I wanted the most. I wanted Brantley. He went too early.
He did. He went ridiculously early. So for you, those of you out there listening, you need a late round draft pick and you want to roll the dice, Jason Kipnis could be your man. This guy has been ripping the ball in spring training.
Tearing the cover.
He had a bad last year, injuries and all that kind of stuff, but the guy's solid.
We all know this guy.
Yeah.
He's always up there for. He was even up there for MVP one year, right?
Yeah.
And now the ridiculous value, and then again MVP candidate Carlos Gonzalez. You know, I mean, he plays in a fantastic ballpark. I mean, the Rockies may have a crowded outfield. That may be true, but you know.
This is a guy you're drafting like 21st?
20th or something.
20th
or 21st.
This is the time of the round. In our views, you're rolling the dice.
Well, you got nothing to lose.
You got nothing to lose. So get guys who have massive upside potential, and Cargo, like Kipnis, massive upside.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You drop the man, you move on. You know, you drop the man, pick up David Dahl, who wasn't drafted, and suddenly you're in business.
Exactly.
All right. So next. Scooter Jeanette. Again, I tried to pick out a lot of players with the home run batting average combo because I think that's kind of hard to find. So he fits that criteria, good versatility. I think that's all that needs to be said with him.
Yeah, no, solid player.
And then another one people probably don't get too excited about, Trey Mancini. Again, batting average, home runs. See a lot of theme in my hitting. Because I've learned from my years of power that you need that batting average.
Well, I mean, it's one of those guys that I think he's way under the radar for most people, Mancini. But if you look at his numbers from last year, I think we all know last year's numbers are a little bit elevated. But I'll tell you one thing: whenever I see a guy who has maybe 24 jacks last year, maybe you might think to yourself juice ball and all that, but he is still at 293, which tells me the guy is hitting to contact. He's a good hitter. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think you got him. I mean, he'll be undraftable in most leagues.
Well, yeah, I think he's a good pickup, especially 12 team, 14 team. I think you should pick this guy. Pick this guy for your team because he could really help you in the long run. And also, I think one thing, just before we move on, I think pretty much every season you see this guy picked up mid-season.
Yeah.
Because people see, hey, this guy's performing well. I'm gonna pick this guy up.
All right.
Moving
Solid
on.
hitting lineup. Let's go to the pitching.
Oh wow, not the hitting, the pitching even. All right. So my ace, a lot of different people to choose from here. I would say my ace is probably the guy second in the list, Jake Arrieta, just signed with the Phillies. I think he's a good flyer for where I got him. That's
yeah,
what
you
I'll
got
say.
him like 10th, 11th round, is that right?
Oh, it was even late. I'm pretty sure it was about the 11th round.
Yeah, 11th round. You know, who knows what you're going to get with Arrieta because he's late to spring training and all that. And a little bit of dicey career or dicey season last year. But man, at 11th round, I'll take him.
Yeah.
Absolutely take him.
He was my second pitcher taken, but I say he's my ace because I think Arrieta's probably more of an ace than my next guy, Barrios.
A guy I really like. I like Barrios a lot. But good.
All right, and then I also got Arrieta's former teammate, John Lester. You know, this guy killed me last season, absolutely killed me. But
after you traded for him, yeah,
after I traded Nelson Cruz away to get him because my pitching was suffering and he was doing well, and then everything went downhill from there, I think we can say. Right. But I think this guy's worthy of a chance, and I think he could be good. I think I think he has the potential to have a good season.
So you got Arrieta, Lester, and Berrios.
And McCluers. You people wreck me for pronouncing this guy's name. It's McCluers, all right. I think it's McCluers. Apparently it's McCullers, but we'll go with McCullers.
That's not, for a team that's focused heavily on hitting, you got 4 good pitchers there.
Yeah, I think I follow that up.
Yeah.
So next we got a 2 double Indian pair. I seem to do this a lot. Pair 2 people from the same team. So back to back, Danny Salazar, K Machine, and then pair him up with the other one, Trevor Bauer, also a K Machine.
Yeah.
And I think you'll notice a lot of my pitchers are on good teams. I'm targeting the wins there. Cleveland's a good team. Houston are a good team. Minnesota are a good team. Philly, maybe not so much, but that sometimes that's unavoidable. And the Cubs, they're also a good team. My pitching, you'll see they're pretty much all on good teams.
Right. And your last pitcher again on a good team.
Yeah, Tyler Chatwood. All right, this guy I think will really fly under the radar. Fantasy owners, pick this guy up because Tyler, you don't necessarily have to draft
destroy your ERA.
No, he won't destroy your ERA. Here's why. New Cub. With the Rockies, he was a good pitcher on the Rockies.
Oh, that's right. He's on the Cubs, don't he?
Yeah. When he's away from Coors Field, he's a good pitcher.
That's
and
true.
Now that he's not pitching there anymore, he could have a really, really good season flying under the radar.
Yeah. I think if I recall in your draft, you went maybe 10 rounds before your first pitcher, like Berrios.
Yeah, Berrios 10th round, but then 10 to 15 all pitchers, and then I grabbed Chatwood in round 22 to round it off. Given your focus on hitting, you do have some pretty good pitchers there. Yeah, exactly. That was my plan.
So how did you fare against your objective? If you recall in your end of draft rankings, how did you do in your hitting categories?
I'm pretty sure. I remember I did quite well. I'm pretty sure I came first in 2, second in 3. So out of the top 5, out of the 5 hitting categories, I was first in 2 of them. I think it was. I forget what they were, but first in 2, second in 3. So I was very competitive in hitting, especially things like batting average. I was extremely competitive in, which is a rarity for me.
Yeah.
And then pitching wise, it wasn't very pretty at all, but
you're targeting wins and Ks, and so and you'll stream to players probably as well. So a noteworthy point as well for those of you maybe didn't catch it when we did the team reveal. And so I'm going to tee you up here for a little bit of commentary.
Yeah.
No RPs.
No RPs. All right. So, no RPs. Here is my, explanation. So, before preface, Chatwood is an SPRP, but we all know he's a starting pitcher.
Yeah.
So, no save guys. So, for my personal view, you either go all in with saves or you don't go in with saves. I don't see the value of drafting 2 relievers. You got to go all in or not, because you probably have usually in your league 4 teams who are pretty competitive in saves, a few teams who aren't, and a few teams who are kinda.
Yeah.
If you're one of those kind of teams, move one way, because that means 4 times you're guaranteed to lose that category, and if you have 2 relievers, that's 2 roster spots you're throwing away for no reason.
I think you make a really good point. When we do my team reveal, a little, spoiler alert, I think I ended up on 190 saves.
Yeah,
so why compete?
Exactly. For me, I know I'm not going to get anywhere near that.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, I think we're going to say this. When you have Jansen and Kimbrel, I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near that. So, me knowing that I was not going to be able to compete because of my hitting basis in the first 9 rounds, I said, you know what, screw it, I'm not drafting any relievers because I just won't get any value out of it. And you'll see, if you look at a few teams in our league, I don't understand. Draft 2 relievers and then they leave it. It doesn't make sense.
You're wasting your picks.
And
in some ways, you're wasting, not only wasting roster spots, you're actually wasting good picks.
Exactly.
The drafting maybe somebody in 7th round, you think, man, there's some good hitters out there still.
Perfect example right here. So, one team drafted in the 10th round, Alex Colome. 12th round, Juris Familia. Didn't draft a single reliever after that. Wasted his 10th and 12th pick on relievers. Why? Yeah. No point. All right, I think that's about
That's a good wrap. Hey, I like you as a commentator. I like the team. I know other teams got picked in the league, and I know I was kind of weighing up your team, and I think probably I would say your top 3 in terms of the overall draft, based on we'll have to see what happens in the proof of the pudding. I think I'm probably in the top 2 of the overall draft. But
you're probably the best team.
Probably, maybe I'm the best team. We'll see. We'll do a reveal soon and let the listeners judge for themselves. Different strategy with mine, but it's good.
Yeah, well, your strategy relies on your pick. Your draft pick, I think, makes such a big impact. So,
your draft position, yeah.
My draft position. So I think I did the only strategy that really fit me.
Yep, I do.
Except maybe going down the RP route, but I didn't want to do that. All right.
Baz, I like it.
All right, let's end it off. BAS and FRO Fantasy Baseball Podcast signing out.
Peace out.
BAS and FRO are out.